coming up, and I wanted to mention for mostly realtors, this is fantastic, this event coming up, but the general public, everyone. I'm a member of ARIA. It is Asian Real Estate Association of America. So I'm a member of it. And this year, 2022, is the year of the tiger. And Feng Shui is very serious in the business in Asian and South Asian cultures, but also obviously our area as well. And what is Feng Shui? So I have every year there's different aspects of it that you want to learn, and then there's the main points that you want to learn. And many moons ago, when I started doing staging for my listings, and I actually did the staging personally myself before I actually hired a professional stager. Yes, I did it. But I wanted to know what is Feng Shui, how can I attract buyers, and what's the best placement of furniture and this and that. So there's a lot that has to do with this, but there is a strong purpose on it. And what roles does Feng Shui play in real estate within different cultures? Well, there is a free Zoom event presented by ARIA Vancouver, the membership I'm part of, and it's on the bonus is that you can this event is replayed. So it is amazing. Once a year I go to it. Usually it's obviously where you're face to face, but they did it Zoom this year. So ARIA, in case there's realtors out there listening, ARIA Vancouver is honored to have international Feng Shui specialist and astrologer Dr. Jin Ji from Dubai to speak on Middle Eastern perspectives. And Lily Chung, a world-renowned expert in Chinese metaphysics from San Francisco, and our very own Jerry King, also a world-renowned Feng Shui and Four Pillars author and teacher from Vancouver, will be on this video. So you definitely want to be part of it and see it. If you want, you can contact me, or you can Google ARIA Vancouver and find the details. And so just wanted to mention that because it's good for realtors and for the general public. It's good information, good stuff. So, and I wanted to mention, for later on in the show, the second session, we're going to actually have some fun, Curtis.
There's no fun allowed on this show, not on my watch.
Time to have some fun. And we're going to talk about the 10 cheapest places to live in BC.
I think that is an oxymoron. There are no cheap places in BC.
I think it's about high time we find some. So we've done some digging, and we've got the 10, and that will be after the break. But for now, I wanted to bring up something very timely, and it is about speculation and vacancy tax. So we've all received in the letters in the mail, and what, though, if you own a strata? So if you own a strata that, let's say, doesn't allow rentals, and you're moving out, you don't want to sell it, you want to keep it, maybe you want to keep it for yourself for, when you maybe vacation, but you don't want to sell it, let's say, but you can't rent it. Well, what do you do? Because now your strata unit is not exempt anymore from the speculation and vacancy tax. It was last year, but no longer. So until now, strata owners who were not permitted to rent out units, they may have qualified for that exemption, but that changes this year. Strata owners should be aware of this because you may be required to pay this ugly speculation and vacancy tax if your property is unoccupied. Prior to the 2022 tax year, if a strata owner had a covenant or a bylaw preventing properties from being rented out, then they would qualify for that exemption. This only applied if the rental restriction was in place on or before October 16, 2018, mind you, and the owner also purchased the property before that date. For example, if a BC resident purchased a strata property prior to 2018, but under their strata bylaw, they are not allowed to rent it out, they will have qualified for the speculation vacancy tax exemption between 2018 and 2021, but they will have to pay the tax for 2022 if the unit remains unoccupied. So the vacancy tax, speculation vacancy tax, is an annual tax based on how owners use residential properties in major urban areas of BC. The annual tax rate is 2% of the assessed property value for properties owned by foreign owners and satellite families, and 0.5% for Canadian citizens or permanent residents. The minimum residency requirements to avoid the speculation vacancy tax are that the unit be occupied for 6 months, 180 days out of every year. So last month, the BC government released data on the speculation vacancy tax, and BC residents who are captured by the tax rose by 51% in the last year, while the number of non-BC residents captured by the tax fell by 24%. The objective for the vacancy tax was to discourage housing speculation and encourage people with vacant homes in BC to convert them to long-term rentals. So that was that. And quickly before we go to the break, that's it about speculation tax. You know, we bring up tax a lot because it's huge in real estate, as it is in all of our daily lives every single day. But I wanted to talk now quickly about commodities, shipping, permits are driving up real estate prices. Home prices throughout the Lower Mainland, Greater Vancouver, Fraser Valley areas have steadily risen in decades, regardless of economic conditions or new taxes governments institute to curb market speculation. Commodity prices for things such as lumber and shipping costs are up, and places like Vancouver have raised building permits fees by up to 5%. On top of that, there's scarce labor. It's just been increasing, and it's been a challenge. And attracting labor has meant paying higher wages. Moreover, the Canadian Real Estate Association is expecting average home prices to increase this year, that's 2022, by up to 7.6%. Soaring shopping costs and other inflammatory forces reduce economic activity, which typically lowers rents and property prices, could also devaluate the Canadian dollar. Consequently, a lower Canadian dollar would mean that the value of hard assets such as real estate would rise. So don't wait to buy. Buy now. If you're wanting to put your money into something that's steady, true, will go up, and stay the test of time, it's a hard asset such like real estate. So that's my 2 cents on it.
And if that doesn't work, we're going to introduce the Cummins coin, Bitcoin, here next week. No, just kidding.
Hey, not a bad idea. Hey, John Lennon once said, don't sit on any good idea. If you have it today, run with it.
Okay, we'll start our Bitcoin operation on the side, on the sly here. We'll figure that out while we go to break here. So if people want more information about you and what you do as a realtor, where can they go?
MicheleCummins.ca.
We're back with more right after this.